From the deadliest tornado in recent European history to extreme close-up footage of historic twin tornadoes in the US, here are 5 monster tornadoes caught on camera. Number 5. Tornadoes rarely occur in the Czech Republic, but when they do, they tend to happen at lower and medium altitudes. They occur most frequently between June and August, but sometimes tornado season can extend from March to October. However, the one recorded on June 24, 2021 was much more than anyone bargained for. The F4 tornado approached Moravsky Budějovice at unprecedented speeds, ripping roofs, gardens, and houses apart. It was the deadliest tornado in Europe in the past 20 years and the strongest caught on camera in Czechia's history. One homeowner managed to capture the storm on film.
No do hajzlu! Ty vole! No ty nám taky! No to ne! To ne! To ne! Já se na to vyseru! Ty
I'm sure it's fair to say this man was a bit closer than he would have liked. Truth be told, he's pretty damn lucky the storm didn't turn towards his property. At least 121,000 homes in the region were left without power, with schools and churches affected too. Although fallen trees blocked the roads, emergency services were deployed to the disaster zone to help victims. Number 4. On the afternoon of June 17, 2014, Worcester, Nebraska residents were plunged into mourning after the deaths of 2 people caused by large twin tornadoes that hit the city. Authorities said they were the first tornado-related deaths to happen in a decade. With wind speeds soaring as high as 200 miles per hour, sweeping aside whatever stood in the way, neither people nor buildings stood a chance. Neighboring towns like Stanton and Pender were also affected. Luckily, one spectator was brave enough to film the incident. You can see the moment the monster storms emerged simultaneously from the same location. It's hard to imagine the sheer force of these winds, but the town was devastated. The tornadoes flattened nearly every brick structure in their path. Fortunately, no one was hurt while capturing the footage since they filmed from a safe distance. When two tornadoes like these appear, one is often stronger than the other. The last powerful twin tornado occurred in Oklahoma on May 3, 1999. Number 3. The Hattiesburg, Mississippi tornado on February 11, 2013 developed along Highway 589 in Lamar County. Initial damage was done to small trees, but as it intensified, it affected a wider area, leveling several houses. The 170-mile-per-hour wind swept with devastating force through the city, causing massive damage to homes, schools, power poles, vehicles, and sporting facilities. There was hardly a sector that didn't feel the impact of the devastation. In this clip, the storm gets so close to the person filming that you can almost feel it, but luckily it moves away from the shelter. Watching this monstrous force up close is terrifying, but some people are just fearless.
Look at that. Oh my God. Look at that. Look, look.
I can't.
Look out.
Oh my God.
No. Thank God we didn't get hit by that. Look at the debris. Thank God we didn't get hit by that. There was more lightning. There was more stuff being blowed up. Holy cow. Holy cow, look at that. Oh my God. That is crazy, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, I feel sorry for them people. It's going. Woo! Look at that thing. Oh my gosh. Debris.
The tornado lasted for 33 minutes and resulted in 71 injuries, but no fatalities. Then President Barack Obama declared Mississippi a federal disaster area following the tornado. Companies and non-governmental organizations donated to Hattiesburg schools to help rebuild damaged structures. Number 2. Severe storms, including a tornado, swept through Washington state and the U.S. in September of 2022. The National Weather Service had cautioned residents of the impending disaster, but it's impossible to be too prepared for weather like this. Peak winds reached 90 miles per hour, but the impact on humans was minimal since people heeded the safety measures. This homeowner captured the deadly tornado as it formed slowly. You can see the buildup of the storm, followed by the unimaginable damage that followed as it gathered momentum. Although the storm was far from his house, you can feel the speed at which it moved toward him.
You better go downstairs, babe, just in case. Go. You never know which way it's gonna go. Just go, go.
I want to see it.
You got it on video, go. Oh my God, this is awesome. Finally, something around here the meteorologists get right. Come on, hurry. John, I hope you guys are okay. Jesus, damn it.
The tornado continued on its path of destruction before dissipating sometime later. The U.S. experienced over 1,000 tornadoes in 2022, more than any other country on Earth. As the world battles climate change, the U.S. Geological Survey says we should expect more dangerous weather events like this in the future. Number 1. Kansas is a state famous for its twisters. Andover, a Wichita suburb of around 15,000 people, has experienced several natural disasters over the past few years, but the May 9, 2022 tornado was a rude shock. A car's dash cam gave us a glimpse of what happened that day. It shows the development and progression of the storm. Starting as a simple swirl of dust, the twister gradually morphed into a powerful storm, ready to engulf whatever came its way. A while later, he gets out to record the birth of the storm.
This is insane. It's probably going to sit there and bounce for a little while. Oh my god, it hit something. It hit something. There's debris. Oh shit. It's hitting something.
As he films, the tornado continues to grow more and more powerful as it moves across residential areas.
It's got something big. Power flash. What?
He continues to film as the tornado moves further out of sight. Finally, we see a dash cam shot once again capturing the tornado finally dissipating. The Andover tornado ended up being one of the most iconic of the year. It tragically damaged or destroyed several homes and businesses, but thankfully claimed no lives. The government acknowledged that recovery from the damage could take years. As was the case with previous devastation, the city would eventually triumph. Well, that's all we have for today. If you have a clip you want to see featured on the channel, you can send in your submissions to the link down below, or go to submit.monthlyfails.tv. Otherwise, click the link on screen now to see more videos just like this. And with that, we will catch you in the next one.